Welcome to Mecum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction, featuring the only classic tractor auction of its kind in the country. Today, some of the hardest to find tractors in the world will hit the auction block. So sit back and relax and enjoy Mecum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Davenport, Iowa, right here from the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds for Mecum's Gone Farmin' Iowa Premiere. I'm your host, Mike Holland, along with Max Wilson. And Max, more than 300 tractors are going to hit today's auction block.
Yeah, just an amazing assortment from top to bottom, just a great bunch of tractors.
Whether you like memorabilia or vintage tractors, we have something for everyone, so don't go anywhere. There's plenty to come right after this. Welcome back, everybody, to Mecum's Gone Farmin' from Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds in Davenport, Iowa. I'm Mike Holland along with Max Wilson. Max, so far we've seen some fantastic tractors.
Yeah, there's some great ones yet to come too, Mike.
Well, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get back to the action right away.
Superior Restoration number 95, certified.
And it's going to bring in S57 as a 1972 John Deere 3020. Has a Superior Restoration number 95 and certified Expo quality number 747. Serial number on this tractor is 156304. New tires, factory rocks, PTO, dual set of hydraulics, 3-point lights. Front weights, entire electrical system is to be redone with the exception of the fuel gauge. Complete engine overhaul and hydraulic pump rebuilt. One of the nicest 3020s we've seen come through here. 3020 diesel. And $20,000 bid right now on this 3020. Does have the double stacked front weight on, or front end weights on it. And the reserve has just been pulled on this tractor at about $23,000. $26,000 bid. $27,500. And as Logan just announced, the bid is, or the reserve has come off of this tractor. So.
Sold at 27.5 Kevin. Sold at 27.5 Kevin. S58 coming on in.
And that's going to sell at 27.5, and that's going to bring in S58 is a John Deere B with twin exhaust. With twin exhaust, got those twin chrome straight pipes on either side. Looks like it's probably been used for pulling a little bit. Has great paint with a clear coat finish. Actually, when they were pulling it in here, it sounded kind of unique with that dual exhaust on it. So. And I believe this tractor is being offered at no reserve. $3,000 bid right now. Hopped up B John Deere. $3,500 bid right now.
You're 31. You're 31. 33. 31, 33 happens. It happens sometimes with all the excitement. We get crossed up. 31, 33. 3,103. 31, 32, 31, bid, and
right now, actually, got a little ahead of ourselves, and we're actually at 3,100 on that B.
Sold at 3,100 Travis's way. Sold at 3,100 Travis.
And it's going to sell 3,100 Travis's way. And that's going to bring in lot S59 as a 71 John Deere 4020 power shift. Side console, new Firestones with a full 3-point. This one is a power shift, completely restored, new rubber, very rare with diff lock delete and single headlights and single remote. 7,000 hours showing on the tack when it was replaced, 43 hours on a new tack. 2 new batteries, 3-point with quick hitch and original John Deere third link. Factory front weight, and also has the easy steps on it. So.
And of course, Max, we're moving through some of our featured tractors here. This one already hitting $12,000. These tractors really bringing top dollar in this show.
Yeah, they've been bringing pretty good money here all day, Mike, and looking forward as we've got a little ways to go here through these tractors. So certainly
going to make for a great show for those watching on RFD-TV. We want to remind our viewers we are in Davenport, Iowa this weekend for our Iowa premiere. This is actually the fall season for Mecum Gone Farmin', but one of the biggest and best shows we've had probably in recent years. I mean, just record crowds, Max, and record prices being bidded on, and just a great weekend all the way around.
And the reserve did come off on that 4020, and that's going to sell at $15,500.
And with that, Max, we have Amanda Trudell standing by with someone outside. Amanda?
I'm here with Harv, who has bought a couple items today. What did you buy?
I bought a 4020 John Deere, and I bought a neon sign that's lit up, and I thought it'd be kind of neat to put in my shop. So.
Now, sure, what was so good about the tractor? Why would you buy it?
I actually collect them, and so I felt like I needed one more.
Everybody needs more tractors.
I'm not so sure about that, because I was telling the guy I'm with, I might have to hide this thing for a couple of weeks from my wife.
I seem to hear that a lot.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this is your first time out to the Mecum Gone Farmin' Tractor
That's
Auction.
right.
Tell me about your experience.
Just had a ball. Really, I did. I mean, everything was so first class, and the tractors and stuff, too, are really nice. And, everybody is so nice here. And it was great. I enjoyed myself a lot. A lot of signs. They went off a high, I thought, the sign last night. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you had a great time.
I did have a great time. Thanks again, Amanda.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now we're going back to Mike and Max and see what they're up to.
This gentleman is the
well,
second
Max,
owner of this
we've
machine. He
had
bought it.
a lot of the eyes were already focused on the next one up here on the block. This is an all-work DA 20-44.
Yeah.
Not your typical tractor coming across the block, but certainly gathering a lot of eyes.
Yeah, this here is kind of an unusual. This is the first one I've ever seen. Made by Electric Wheel Company in Quincy, Illinois.
There's cleats that are sitting outside that go along with the machine. He says anybody that, if you're buying this machine and you live around here, it's got water inside, not antifreeze, so before you close it up in the shed this winter, he just wanted you to make you know about that. There's only 2 pieces on this machine that are not original to the machine. And the originals are in the toolbox. S55, your all-work DA 2044. And that's one neat piece of machinery.
And as Matt finishes up his announcements there, it's got a 4-cylinder engine with a 5.5-inch stroke by a 7-inch bore. Or no, 5.5-inch bore by a 7-inch stroke. Tractor was built by Electric Wheel Company, as I said before. It weighs about 8,000 pounds. The DA was built between 28 and 29, and the all-work tractors were built from 1911 to 1929. So not too far down the road here in Quincy, Illinois is where these tractors were built, and kind of a unique piece, and glad to see it come across the block here. It actually runs good. A little bit older restoration on it, but still a unique tractor to see. 12.5 bid right now on this tractor. Pretty unique tractor and moving through here under its own power, so we're at a 15.5 bid on it all work as they're trying to slowly roll it towards the door. And the bid's going to go on that tractor at $16,000. And that's going to bring in S56 as a John Deere 630, completely restored, new tires, 3-point with the top link. Does have front and rear weights, new seat, radiator, regulator, and an engine overhaul. Very nice looking tractor, has the pre-cleaner with the screen underneath it, so. Yeah, beautiful shot there looking down across the front nose of that 630 and down the side of the hood. Another one of the beautifully restored tractors being offered here today at Mecum Gone Farming. And $11,000 bid right now on this 630. And $11,750 bid right now. And Big Paul up there talking to the seller along with Dan Mecum. We've got them swarming over here in front of us, and that's going to go to the bid goes on at $12,100.
With Kenny and Houston, and they are actually two sellers out here, and they have some nice tractors they'd like to talk to us about. So tell me, what do you guys have out here?
We have a 1206, which is in the front, and then we have a 806, which is right behind us.
Excellent. Now, what is so special about these tractors?
An 806 was very common back in the 60s. There's 40,000 806s made, and that's what a lot of farmers ran back in the day.
Excellent. Now, from your shirts here, you guys have your own business. Tell me about that.
We've been in business for a couple years together in Kewanna. It's in a little town in Indiana. Our shop's actually in an old International building dealership. We do a lot of cars. It's kind of what we started, but we kind of fell into tractors, being a kind of a rural community. And these are our first two we're flipping on our own. We have 3 more of our own lined up and a page of people lined up. So, but it's kind of something we fell into, and we both have a past with tractors, and we both enjoy working on them and fixing them up. So it works out too. So.
Perfect. Well, we're glad you're here, and by the sounds of it, you guys have a couple more in the lineup that'll be here in the spring?
Yes. We got a 460 diesel high crop that we're working on. And we have another 806. So we're first time being out here, and hopefully we come out again.
Excellent. Well, glad to have you guys, and we'll be seeing you soon. All right.
Thanks.
We're going to go back to the floor and see what's going on there.
And it's going to bring in S60 as a Farmall 1206, completely restored and overhauled, 3-point, dual hydraulics, new tires with duals, weights fully loaded with a quick hitch and professionally painted. Kind of looks like that 806 we had come through a little bit earlier with the duals on it. Once again, it's got brand new Firestone tires all the way across the back with the duals on there. And very nice looking restoration. Looks, yeah, dual hydraulics out the back, and the paint on it is just flawless. So
tractors are hot. 22,500, 23,000.
We're at 22,005 bid right now.
Still a ways away, as Max said, from reaching the halfway point here at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. Feature tractor after feature tractor hitting the block today.
They're rolling that slowly to the door, and we got a $24,000 bid on it.
S61, 66 John Deere 4020.
I believe the bid just went on that tractor.
Single range, new injector pump, new regulator, generator, new battery cables.
And 24.5, I believe, is where we were at. And it's going to bring in lot S61 as a 1966 John Deere 4020, completely restored and been the same owner since 1976. With a complete restoration, new tires, synchro range, new injection pump, new regulator, generator, battery cables, believed to be 6,200 hours on it, 1,000 hours on rebuilt motor, and 300 hours on a rebuilt clutch.
I kind of remember, Max, what I was doing back in 1976. I think I was sitting in school watching something to do with one of the space shuttles.
Well, I wasn't even on this earth yet in 1976, so.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that with all of our viewers. And as you're getting a great look here at the front of this 1966 John Deere.
And some great camera shots here, and right now sitting at about $12,000 bid on this. And of course, it's been amazing. A lot of the great tractors we have seen come across the block, and we've got some more to come. But always fun to see this with the quality of restorations, and then also seeing some of them in their work clothes yet, and original or older restorations. It's always neat to see them come across the block. So
one of the things we want to reiterate also is this show has really brought out the cream of the crop. I don't really think I remember seeing this many featured tractors in one setting. I mean, as I was telling our viewers earlier, we walked up and down some of the inside areas of this venue this morning, and it's just quality tractor after quality tractor. These tractors have been restored, as Max was talking about earlier, better than new, than they were actually rolled off the assembly line with. So, and of course this 66 here sitting at $13,000. They're gonna lift the exit door and start rolling it out slowly. You're gonna see that it takes a little more money. We're gonna let the bid go on that one.
And that's gonna bring in S62 as a John Deere 420 slant steer. Has a wide front on it, restored 3-point power steering, factory top link with dual hydraulics and all new rubber. So kind of a unique little 420 here. Be interesting to see where we end up at on this one.
Of course, John Deere figuring out the difference between the slant steer and obviously the vertical one. Explain that a little bit.
Yeah, what it was is as the tractors progressed, and there were some complaints, especially on this exact style of tractor, with that vertical steering wheel. It was not comfortable for the operator. So somewhere towards the mid to late end of production on the 420s, they actually took that steering wheel and just tilted it a little bit. Gave the operator a little more leg room, and actually you could rest your hands and your forearms on the steering wheel while you were running it. As we're at a $9,500 bid on this nice looking little 420, and the reserve has been pulled on this tractor.
And the camera giving you a great shot of that traditional John Deere look on the front. Wonderful overhead. Makes its way out the exit door. Sitting at $9,500 and selling it out at the $9,500 mark. That's going to bring us up to S63. This is a 1966 Allis Chalmers 190 XT gas. Which you were talking about earlier, Max. This one, obviously one of the rare ones we'll find in the auction this weekend. Still in its work clothes.
Yep, still in its work clothes. This is the start of an Allis Chalmers collection, and I believe every one of them is in their original work clothes. This one here is selling at no reserve. It's a 190 XT gas with 2,779 original hours on it with a single front wheel. Factory 3-point, tractor works well, power director works, loaded with options including steps on both sides and does not jump out of gear. So this one here coming right out of the gate here at about $6,000, now $8,000 bid. On a pretty nice original looking tractor. I mean, there's some fade and some chips and everything you figure there's going to be, but decals are all still legible on it. And, of course, a 6-cylinder gas tractor. By this point, a lot of guys were going to strictly diesel engines. So,
seemed like a lot of these Allis Chalmers bidders were just waiting to get their bids out there. They got up to $9,000 quickly and then kind of hit a wall here. As they're going to roll the Allis Chalmers toward the exit door and see if they can get some more movement here. This tractor is being sold at no reserve. It's sitting right now at $9,000. And it's going to go out at $9,000 even. And that's going to bring us to lot S64. That's a 1970 Allis Chalmers 210. And this is one of those ones that I think Allis Chalmers probably been famous for, Max, which is the cab over version.
Yeah, that one there I believe would be the factory cab on it, but may not be. But to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. One of 103 models built in 1970, has 1,287 original hours on it. Does not jump out of gear. Row crop, 20-inch front wheels and tires, and yeah, factory cab, 3-point and PTO. Very nice original tractor here. Does have the spin out, adjust rear wheels on the back. So, and another one selling at no reserve, so it's going to be going to a new home. And of course, when I'm talking about the row crop front tires on this, usually it would have had the bigger tires because a lot of these were not set up for doing the row crop work. So.
And we're going to see if we're going to meet the reserve on this one, sitting now at $10,500. Of course, Dan Mecum over our way, taking a hard look at some of the bidders out here, making sure that he's not missing a beat, kind of giving the sign to one of them, finding out if he still has any interest. And they're going to sell it out at $11,000 Travis's way. That is going to bring us to a lot S65, which is a 1964 Allis Chalmers D15 Series 2 gas.
Yeah, and this one here, Mike, another real nice original tractor, original tires it looks like on the rear, with 3,148 original hours. Super clean original paint, and this is another one, does not jump out of gear, has power steering and a snap coupler set up on it. So once again, selling no reserve, so it's going to a new home here whenever they drop the gavel on it up there. So
already sitting at $3,500. Again, a 1964 Allis Chalmers D15. As Max said earlier, each one in this series are going to come in its original condition. Looks like the entire collection here has been very, very well taken care of. Just not completely restored to its original condition yet.
Yeah, really too nice to restore, but still been used and worked with over their life. And right now we're at $42.50 bid on this D15.
Kathy using her magical influence on some of these buyers. Running back and forth. Again, our spotters working feverishly today in this record crowd at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds in Davenport, Iowa. We want to thank everyone for watching our show here on RFD-TV. And remind you to go on to Mecum.com to find out the calendar of auctions coming up this year yet and next year. 2015, Max, is going to be an exciting year as we are in Davenport back. You know, we're going to be kind of all over the place. It should be an exciting year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next few tractor auctions when we get into 2015.
And of course, as we saw over the course of the weekend, not just tractors going, but some of the most rare and valuable memorabilia, barn art, some of these vintage signs that you'll find all over the country. You never know what you're able to find and what they're going to be worth.
Yep, and now we got lot S66 is a 1967 Allis Chalmers D17 Series 4 gas. Original factory paint. This one also being sold at no reserve. 6,373 hours with a wide front, power steering, and the 3-point on the rear of it. And of course, when you're talking D17s, the Series 4 are always going to be the real desirable ones. That's what everyone wants because it had all the hydraulics and all the newer stuff on it. So
I was actually just going to try to stump you with that, what the difference was between Series 2 and what Series 4 was, and you answered my question.
Some of it was decals, paint, and seat, and just where everything was placed, and then the hydraulics and the 3-point was a big thing on the Series 4 tractors that they had come out with and made it a lot more useful tractor than what they had been. So, and I believe we've got a phone bid on that D17 right now.
Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Now it's going to bring in lot S67 as a 1969 Allis Chalmers 220 with 2,129 original hours in original paint. Factory open station with 3-point and PTO, and the 220s are, if you're an Allis collector, that's a pretty desirable tractor. They are just a big, bulky brute, and actually this one here is a very nice looking tractor. This one also being offered at no reserve, and I really don't care what color they are. I do like them in original, and this one here is a pretty nice one.
Well, as you said, this is the big daddy of the group. This is certainly not a small tractor as they're making its way through here. And the camera shot getting a great over-the-head shot there. And it's sitting right now at 17,000 as it starts making its way out. And the bidding is still going. We've got some more action right in front of our booth here, pushing it up to 18,000, now 18,005.
And phone bidder back there, still working with Mike Baker.
Just pushed it up to $20,000. There is no more reserve on this tractor. Sitting now at 21,000. Hanging on, giving every bidder the last and final chance, now moving to 21.5. The camera gives you a great shot of the back end there. And selling it out at $21,500, making its way out. And that's going to bring us up to lot S68. This is another one in the Allis Chalmers collection. It's a 1971 Allis Chalmers 185 Max.
Yeah, and this one here has the original factory paint, which is almost too good to be believed, but it is very nice. 6,290 hours. 3-point with dual speed PTO. And just kind of unique to see some of these. And of course, there's a decal there just on the side below the Allis Chalmers. And Allis Chalmers like putting a lot of different nicknames to these. And this one here was called a crop hustler. So kind of unique. Allis Chalmers in this vintage of tractor in the early 70s was kind of going with some different ideas. And a very nice, clean 185 being offered up here right now with no reserve.
Coming in at 57.50. Camera's bringing around the front there.
This one also has the power adjust rear wheels that a lot of Allis Chalmers have had on them.
And it's going to start making its way slowly toward the exit door.
Man, you look at that shot we got right now, and that thing looks almost like it's brand new. The shine on the top of the hood and that paint really looks sharp.
Sold at $6,600. That was the 1971 Allis Chalmers 185. And coming up now is the lot S69. This one looks like a space-age car, Max, compared to the other vintage tractors that have been coming through. It's a 1977 Allis Chalmers 7000 in this Allis Chalmers collection.
Yeah, and this one here is kind of unusual with the open station. By this point, a lot of the tractors were being built with the cabs on them, and most of the people opted for that. This one also has 5,678 original hours on it. Super clean original paint on it. 3-point dual speed PTO with new tires on the rear. Actually looks like those rear tires have been out in the dirt a little bit, like he's been using it a little bit here this year. So once again, another unique tractor that you don't see too often. So,
and Max, they just lifted the reserve on this 77 Allis Chalmers 7000 to an $8,500 bid right now. But the reserve is off as they start rolling into the exit door. It's going to make its way out and see if we can get some final action on these bidders. You'll see our cameras following Kathy there as she's bruising the crowd, making sure that she's getting every opportunity. Some of the spotters in the middle of the action, right in between there, seeing if they've got any final action that they want to do. It's now holding at $97.50. We still have more bidding to come, just pushed it to 98. As our cameras give you a great shot of the cab area there overhead. I want to thank our tractor drivers from Mecum. Color coordinated hat wear we're wearing with these Allis Chalmers.
And that 7,000 just sold at $9,800. And that one rolls out, and that's going to bring in the final tractor in this Allis Chalmers collection, which is lot S70, is a 1973 Allis Chalmers 7030 with 2,726 original hours with the original paint on it yet. Factory open station, 3-point dual speed PTO, and says that this tractor is excellent from front to back. So
it really is, Max. I think this is probably one of the best ones of the series. From what I could tell from all the ones that rolled through here, I expect this one to do quite well. It's already sitting at the $10,000 mark, and the reserve is already off of this tractor. So this one will find a home, and someone's going to get a great deal here. They already have a lot of action as we peruse this full crowd here in the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds Center. And we've got spotters running to and from. Kathy's got someone on her end. We've got two phone bidders on the back.
Yep, as Kevin goes back to kind of help them out. And we've got another great shot of the operator's platform on this, the Allis Chalmers too.
A lot of interest in this tractor, already hitting the $13,500 mark. Kind of a great shot of the crowd over Kathy's shoulder there. Want to thank all of our production crew doing a fantastic job today, giving you shots that not even the crowd here can always see. Bringing it overhead, right up close to the action.
And we're at 14.5 right now, and they're still working the, looks like our phone bid is in right now.
And they're going to sell it out at $14,500.
Welcome back to Mecum's Gone Farmin'.
And that's going to bring in lot S71, John Deere 730 diesel. Selling at no reserve. This one here is a new tires, good tractor, new fenders and lights, and an early serial number. No 3-point on the back, but a very nice looking tractor. So already $8,000. Does have the pre-cleaner air stack on it and a float ride seat, single remote. And I believe another one of our feature tractors that was sitting in the building here.
And as they're starting to line up outside the door, you can kind of see everyone making their bid for the position. They want to see these tractors as up close and personal as they can get. They're planning on making some bids. There's a lot of action still left on this one. It's sitting at $7,500 right now for this John Deere 730. And keeping an eye out at any movement whatsoever as it starts its way to the exit door. You can kind of see this tractor is in absolutely perfect condition. And it sells out at $7,750, bringing us to lot S72. Lot S72 is a John Deere 630. This is another fantastic looking John Deere tractor in the series, Max.
Yeah, and this one here with a complete overhaul, and it has only run 60 hours since the repairs have been done. You look down the side of that hood with our camera shot right now, it's just a very clean, straight looking tractor. Does not have 3-point on it with a single outlet. You've got that float ride seat. So.
And they're going to start to roll this tractor. Its reserve has been lifted, but it's sitting at $5,000. A great price so far for this tractor. Now 54, 55. It's actually got some quick movement back and forth. Kathy having some interest on her end. And of course, some very hot bidders right in front of our desk here, Max.
$6,000 now. We just hit $6,200 now.
Now it's sitting at 65. And it's going to sell out at $6,500 over to Kathy's bidder. And that's going to bring us to lot S73, a John Deere 530.
Yeah, this 530 here has been completely overhauled. New pistons and rings, new tires. Tractor has run less than 100 hours since its overhaul. Another one, deluxe fenders, got the float ride seat with the pre-cleaner coming out of the hood there, and Just a very nice, straight, clean tractor. Selling at no reserve, Mike, so I think these may have all come from the same home, from that 730 all the way down to this 530, and the next one is a 430. So.
Not wasting any time. Sitting right now at 45, now $4,750.
Yeah, they've kind of picked the pace up here a little bit. And, of course, as they pick the pace up, you notice the bids are coming in a little bit faster here. We're climbing a lot quicker. So.
And sitting right now, $5,100. 52. Now he's looking for 5,300. Of course, Max, this tractor, just a great shot over there, and he sells it out at $5,200. That's going to bring us to lot S74. This is a John Deere 430. Max, this one's beautiful as it is. It's only been used in parades, actually. Never seen the field.
Yeah, this one here is kind of nice with it narrowed up and got those little bit shorter tires on the rear. It does have 3-point wheel weights and the fenders on it. A nice, straight, clean 430 tricycle right here, and it is also selling at no reserve. Those front tires always look so small on these when they've got them as a tricycle front end with the dual front wheels. It just looks small.
I couldn't put my finger on it when I was looking at it. You're exactly right. It looks like the perception from the back tires to the front, they do look a lot smaller.
And I don't know what it is. If it's just because these tires are a little bit shorter on the rear and wider, it just throws everything a little bit out of balance. But the tractor actually sits pretty level the way it is. But, of course, those 430s, that was a pretty nice little representation of the row crop versions of the 30 series John Deeres. And like I said, all of them being sold at no reserve. As we're at $5,200 on this 430 tricycle, I guess is what I call it, a 430T.
Well, and you notice as the camera makes its way over the top here, that's a real narrow front. It's a longer snout. It's just kind of rear narrow. Moving all the way through there. They're going to roll it, start making its way to the exit door. It's sitting right now with a no reserve at $5,400. Giving every bidder the chance to make the last one. And they just moved it up to $5,600. Got a bidder right in front of us, just checking on this side. They're going to sell it out at $5,600. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's show. On behalf of myself, Mike Holland, Max Wilson, of course, our field reporter, Amanda Trudell, we want to thank everyone for watching us right here on RFD-TV. And we'll see you next time.